We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today, it's a small 7-game baseball slate, but the focus shifts its way back to the NBA for Game 1 of the NBA Finals between Denver and Miami. I've only moved on the NBA Finals so far for today. I haven't moved on a baseball game, but we will probably look to do that here during the show.
Yep.
But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday. 1 right, 1 wrong in the world of sports betting to end the month of May. I had a very limited card. I had 5 plays, went 2 and 3, down 1.25 units. Frustrating, but it is what it is. Tampa Bay, Chicago first 5 under 4.5 was a winner. Oakland first 5, they gave up 3 runs in the 5th inning, of course. They couldn't wait one more inning to give up runs. So the first 5 money line was a loser with Oakland there. And Washington, LA, over 9.5 was a winner. So I started off 2 and 1, ended 2 and 3 though. I feel like I can never get the night games to just come through when I need them. When I need one to have a winning day, it just never seems to happen anymore. It's frustrating. Miami, San Diego over 8.5 loser. Boston, Cincinnati over 10.5 loser. Boston had so many chances to tie that game up at 5, which would have hit the over. But, of course, they kept stranding runners, and it was very frustrating. 2 and 3 yesterday, down 1.25 units. Hopefully today is a good start to the month of June.
Yep. Yesterday we wanted to try to get into the positive. Did not work out. The only plays we won on the site were MLS plays. Baseball, we reverse swept. We had a bunch. We had Oakland and 3 overs where the game scored 3, 6, and 9 runs. All of them going under the total. Not fun. I had the under in the DC game, DC Montreal game, loser. Detroit Red Wings. New York Red Bulls, plus 157 winner. The over in the Cincinnati game winner. Toronto was a push at 0-0. Seattle was a loser. They lost 1-0. And I had the under 2.5 in that Houston Dynamo and Vancouver Whitecaps game. Yeah, it went over 16 minutes into the game. Finished 6-2. Ugly day. We end up finishing May down about 5 units. Hopefully June can be a little bit better to us. And it gets to start off with the NBA Finals. So I'm excited for that. Obviously riding out my Nuggets 20-1 ticket for that. So super, super excited. But we'll see how it goes. We'll go say hi to the chat, and then we'll jump into the games. Good morning. Glad I laid off. Would have went 1-4. Yeah, yesterday was definitely not the ideal day. Yesterday was terrible yesterday. Totally opposite day for me. Yeah, no, not good for us either. Good morning, ESB. Ready to cash? Let's go. Got screwed on the A's. Yeah, the Braves finally won a game against the worst team in the league. It was a matter of time. But never in doubt, I doubled up on Nats. Lost first 5, but won full game. There you go. Good morning. I took a few days off betting to end May. I'm hoping June is better for me and you guys. We appreciate that. Joe, Mr. Yo, Nuggets money line, never nothing. We're going up against each other for the NBA Finals, and we'll see how that goes. College baseball is in the scroller below. There's additions to that. I'll quickly run through the additions to it because on one of the books, teams to win their region came out for all but I think one, because I did not get one for the Alabama region. So because I wanted to bet Troy. But to win regionals, we're going to take Southern Miss. They're plus 155. These are all bet online. ECU 245, Clemson 110, Campbell 175, UNCW 450, ULL 375, Indiana 375, Texas A&M 175, Dallas Baptist $2, UNC 175. Those are my to win regionals, and I will add Troy in there whenever those lines come out. Taking some shots. I'm not grabbing any negative ones. I'm not getting any of those. I don't think there's any value in any of those. To me, to bet a future, it has to be plus money. So there are some additions to the college baseball. Ready to kind of jump into it, starting with this bad boy?
Yeah. We have the Denver Nuggets and the Miami Heat in this one here. Nuggets 9-point favorites, total of 219. Now we all know, I believe I don't know how many years, last 51 NBA Finals games, it's 47-2-2. The team that wins straight up covers the spread. So, and this is a spot here for me where I had my plan for this from the moment, and I think you're the same way. From the moment the Heat lost Game 6 against Boston, was I'm attacking the Nuggets here.
Yes.
I'm also sitting on a Nuggets futures ticket. I bet it pre-playoffs at 10-1. I already cashed plus 375 for them to win the West. So this is a team this is the only team that have come through on any of my futures was this Denver Nuggets team, and I'm hoping they do the same thing in the finals here. I think they get it started on the right step. I don't see them losing a home game in this series. I have the Nuggets winning this one in 5. I have Miami taking game 3. So I'm on the Denver Nuggets. First quarter -3, first half -5.5, -9 full game. Little do damage spot, little trifecta. I think that the Nuggets run them out of the building here in game 1. The rested Denver team, I think, comes out strong here in this one.
Yeah, you get a Nuggets team coming off of a sweep at the Lakers. You get a Heat team coming off of a 7-game series. And what have we noticed when teams go 7 games? Since 1988, they are 33-53 straight up in game number 1 of the next series. The Denver Nuggets are 42-7 this year at home. And I believe they are, they went 3-0 in the first round, 3-0 in the second round, 2-0 in the third round. So 8-0 at home in the playoffs and that's pretty freaking solid as well. Yeah, Nuggets, I trifected them today. I think they're going – I don't think this one's close. I think this is a blowout game to start it off. This is a Heat team that's probably pretty tired after that crazy series with Boston. Almost blew a 3-0 lead. That's going to take a lot out of you. Nuggets have been chilling, sipping their drinks by the pool, waiting for you guys to show up. So this is a Nuggets trifecta spot for me. I will probably look towards Miami in game 4. I think I have Nuggets in 5, and I think they lose. I think the Heat win a meaningless game 4. So there you go. We'll go ahead and take the Nuggets to start it out. You like the Lynx on the money line? I was looking at that game. The problem is the Lynx haven't won a game yet. But I don't. The thing is, I don't hate it because I'm not high on the Sun this year, so I don't hate that at all. NRL rocking the Nuggets jersey. Yeah, Nick's rocking it too. I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Heat steal game 1. I really like Heat first quarter. All right, so you're on the exact opposite of us. So I don't know. What I really want to know, how come Nick is so much better looking than Tim? That is a very good question. I still can't figure that one out. But
it's a secret.
But before we keep going, we got a shout out to Mr. Razor Sharp Picks. He's in the chat. I think I saw he's got some type of play today, so we'll see what Razor thinks. I see one of his Twitter comments, so maybe I don't think he's on the I think he might be on the opposite side, but it is what it is. Maybe Nuggets.
By the way, shout out to Razor. He just dropped his 9 to 5 to do content full time. So huge congratulations to Razor there as well. You are invited on to the show anytime you want.
There you go. Maybe Nuggets start off slow because of the extended rest and Heat come out hot.
Maybe
it could be, but I'm not buying on that. Both twins rocking Nuggies jersey. Yes, sir. Nuggies all day. Let's go. Over in the Nuggets game. Yeah, I can see it. Nuggets rested. I think they'll play at a higher pace. All the first games went over. All the first game ones went over. All right. I don't hate that. Got -8 in the over. Don't hate it. I can see the Nuggets putting up some points tonight. I got Jokers going over Praw. Any thoughts, boys? Joker's a beast. I'm not going to talk you off of him at all. You guys think too much rest can hurt them? No, I don't think too much rest will hurt the Nuggets. I think having to play 7 games against the Celtics is going to hurt the Heat more than more than that.
What was your numbers behind the Game 7 stat as well?
Teams that win Game 7 are 33 and 53 straight up since 1988. In terms of in Game 1 of the next series. So no, I'm not worried about it at all. Joe, you already knew we were against each other. I could see it going from bad to very bad. First half, full game, Nuggies. I like it. Go Nuggies. Sun about to lose today. I could see it. I'm probably going to grab the links with you. That ain't good. They should have never lost to the Fever. Best bet. You like that? All right. That's bullshit. Tim is way better looking. Damn right, Turnsy. Let's get it. Good morning, gentlemen. I'm on the Heat tonight. I am not on the Nuggies. I'm still stuck in the 9 to 5. Hey, we'll eventually get out of it. Bada boom. Let's get it. Get it, Razor. Twins, Blue Jays, call it twin Blue Jay parlay. I kind of lean Milwaukee today, not gonna lie. I may take that first half on the Lynx. I don't hate that either. I'll probably end up having the Lynx full game. Let's head to the Diamond.
Yes, and for the Diamond, I have the model from last year set up now. So
hello.
So I have all the pitcher stats. I won't be using expected ERA anymore. I have other stats that I have from last year's model that we're going to implement into the breakdowns here. Toronto Blue Jays and the Milwaukee Brewers. The Blue Jays minus 185 favorites, total of 8 in this game. Let's get into the line movements. Well, then we'll go to the money, and then we'll go into the breakdown. We have Peralta and Gausman, your pitching matchup here for this one. And once again, the line opened up at 175 for the Blue Jays. It's at a 171 now, so it's a 4-cent line movement towards the Brew Crew here. Line opened up at an 8.5, and it's all the way down to a 7.5 now. A full line movement down. 66% of the tickets, 75% of the cash is on the Blue Jays. The lines move towards the Brewers, though, which is kind of interesting. 65% of the tickets, 52% of the cash is on the under. Lines move to full run down here in this one. Let's get into it here. We have Kevin Gausman with a 3.94 ERA, 1.28 whip, 10.62 strikeouts per nine, which is 28%, 3.03 walks per nine, and a 333 BABIP. So when they put in the ball in play, they're hitting okay against him. 2.81 FIP and a 3.60 Sierra. The bullpen advantage looks like it goes slightly towards the Blue Jays for Sierra, but for FIP, it's a slightly in towards the Brewers. Peralta, 5.61 ERA, 1.68 whip, 9.47 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%, 4.91 walks per nine, a 324 BABIP, a 597 FIP, and a 4.74 Sierra. As for hitting, the Blue Jays last 30 days, 112 WRC plus against right-handed pitching. The Brewers, 82. So there's a pretty significant hitting advantage towards the Toronto Blue Jays in this one here. This is one of those tricky spots. I'm going to start to track these as well, where my X's and O's point me one way and the markets are telling me the opposite way. My X's and O's are telling me Blue Jays run line, Blue Jays -1, something along those lines. X's and O's would be Blue Jays -1, but the market's telling me the Brewers are very live in this game. This is going to end up being a pass for me, but it's a no lean here for me. Maybe a lean towards the under with the line moving that way, and my numbers semi-supporting it. I think the Blue Jays can get to Peralta today, so this is a tricky spot for me. I think I lean Jays -1, but I don't know about this one. Jays -1 does not pay that well though. It's 114 for the money line, 175 for the, or it's 175 for the money line, 114 for the run line, which would pay out -129. So
I like tricky. The Brewers.
Huh?
I like the Brewers. I just don't think you look at the lines. I don't think that the Toronto Blue Jays should be this big of a favorite right now. They're not playing good baseball at the moment. Gosman's very hit or miss, and you probably got one of the better pitchers for Milwaukee on the mound with Freddie Peralta. This is just a Toronto team that's kind of they're a very streaky team, and right now they're kind of on a lull part right now. They're not playing the best of baseball. Neither is Milwaukee, but I just don't feel like Milwaukee should be this big of a dog right now. We just saw them win yesterday as a little bit smaller of a dog with Julio Tyran. I'm sorry, the Blue Jays couldn't do anything against Julio Tyran. What makes you think they're going to go and do something against Freddie Peralta?
Peralta has not been very good this year. I don't know why we're talking about Peralta like he's something special.
Julio, well, at least he's pitched this year. Julio Tyran had pitched one other time this year, and he pitched.
And they didn't have a book on him. The guy hasn't pitched in the majors in how long?
I don't know. I'm not buying this Blue Jays team right now. I would be on the Brewers today. Money line around plus 160.
Yeah, it's just one of those leans for me. Jays -1. The markets are telling me no. That's what's keeping me off the Jays in this one. But yeah,
Ice is on the Brewers. I like it. Nathan likes the Blue Jays. He just puffed a bowl of super lemon haze. Have fun. Blue Jays -1.5. I don't like the Blue Jays today. Under. I could see an under. The Blue Jays are struggling to hit right now. Bobichette overhits and Galero. Sure. But I don't like the Blue Jays. I don't like the Blue Jays. Jays are there you go. There you go, Turnsy.
Looking like a true Jays fan.
We'll go to this game, and it's our boys.
Yeah, it's the New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies. The Mets -180 favorites in this game, total of 9 in this spot. Let's take a look at the line movement here in this one. Mets looking to, I believe, break out the brooms here, right?
Yep.
Because they don't play them.
Series against the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah, they're looking to break out the brooms against the Philadelphia Phillies here. Taijuan Walker and Max Scherzer in this one here. Line opened up at a 165. It's now up to a 178. So the lines moved towards the Metropolitans. Line opened up at an 8.5. It's up to a 9. So it opened up 9 juice towards the over. Now it's 9 juice towards the under for this one here. Let's take a look at the money coming in on this one. 71% of the tickets, 76% of the cash coming on the Mets. The line has moved towards the Mets pretty decently, so makes sense. 53% of the tickets, 60% of the cash is on the over, and the lines move towards the over, so that one kind of makes sense as well. Let's take a look at the pitching here. Max Scherzer, 3.38 ERA, 1.08 WHIP, 9.28 strikeouts per 9, which is 25th. He's only walking 1.69 batters per 9. His BABIP's a 281, which is pretty good. 3.75 FIP and a 3.87 SIERA. Taijuan Walker looks like he can get hit pretty bad here. 6.11 ERA, 1.54 WHIP, 6.43 strikeouts per 9, which is 17th. 2.89 walks per 9, a 337 BABIP, a 514 FIP, and a 4.91 SIERA. Major starting pitching advantage goes towards the Mets with Scherzer. But the bullpen is where I'm concerned in this game. The bullpen, massive advantage towards the Phillies, actually. 6.69 bullpen FIP for the Mets, 4.37 SIERA compared to 4.06 SIERA and 4.37 FIP. So the bullpen advantage does go towards the Phillies. The hitting advantage goes towards the Mets. 105 WRC plus last 30 days against righties compared to 99 for the Phillies. I think the Mets are the look in this game in the first 5 innings, though. I don't trust this bullpen for a full game. You can get the Mets first 5 -0.5 at -125. I kind of like that. Or the Mets team total over 4.5 at -124. I think they get to Taijuan Walker here. Yep. And the line's moved up, so I'm actually going to look towards the Mets team total over. Mets team total over 4.5 at -124. I'm going to look towards getting towards that today. That's where I'm leaning for this one here. Mets team total.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and lock in the Mets run line. Mets going for the sweep. This has been a series, or it's not just this series. Last year, the Mets dominated the Phillies too.
Yes.
This is a team that they won 14-5 last year.
Yeah, won 14-5 against them last year. Too bad we only get to play them like 12 times this year.
13. But I think the Mets take this one and they finish off the sweep. If the Phillies wanted to win one, it was yesterday with Nola. The Philadelphia Phillies offense has been the problem. They didn't score anything against Senga, and they scored 1 run on a solo shot against Cookie. This offense has looked pretty poor as of late. I would look towards the under as well. It's a daytime game. My one problem with going after an under in this game is Walker could easily give up 6 to 7 runs by himself. So I'm just going to stick to the Mets run line. It's a plus 113. Already have it locked in. I think it's a good spot for the Mets to get the job done.
I agree with that one. Yeah, I'm definitely looking. Yeah, I'm looking at the team total for me.
There you go. Mets run line. Maybe Mets minus 2.5. I don't hate it. I was leaning under Mets, but may stay off. That's fair. Metropolitans first 5 ensures who we trust. I hope so. I do not trust the over 9 in this game against Cookie. Yeah. Francisco Alvarez home run. Love to hear it. I love that one.
Yeah. By the way, I just saw an interesting stat for Aaron Nola. You said the only way that they could. Aaron Nola has now lost 6 straight starts against the Mets. Just putting that one out there.
There you go.
San Diego Padres, Miami Marlins in this next one here. Padres minus 115 favorites, total of 7.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line movement in this one here between Musgrove and Luzardo. It opened up at minus 110. It's actually moved to minus 117, so a 7-cent line movement towards the Padres in this game here. Total opened up at an 8.5. It's down to a 7.5. It's moved a full run down towards the under in this one here. Padres have been under machines. I was stupid to bet the over last night.
Yeah.
Let's take a look here. We have 50% of the tickets and 90% of the cash on the Miami Marlins, and the lines moved towards the Padres. We have 77% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on the over, and the lines moved a full run down towards the under, which is this is weird line movement here. Let's get into these pitchers here in this one. As we have Luzardo, a 3.9 ERA, 1.45 WHIP, 10.41 strikeouts per 9, which is 27%. He only walks 2.6 per 9 innings, 368 BABIP, a 372 FIP, and a 3.75 SIERA. And looking at Musgrove here and the Padres, 3.68 ERA, 1.36 WHIP, 9 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%, 3.27 walks per 9, a 308 BABIP, a 369 FIP, and a 4.41 SIERA. So Musgrove looks to have the pitching edge in a decent amount of the categories here. The bullpen advantage definitely goes towards the Padres here, with the advantage in both the FIP and the SIERA. And the hitting advantage actually goes towards the Padres here, who against lefties hit much better than they do against righties. 138 WRC plus against lefties. The Marlins 96 against righties. I'm kind of looking Padres in this spot. The line movement's telling me Padres. All my X's and O's are pointing towards the Padres. I like the Padres money line in this spot here. And you're going to get them at minus 117 for the full game here. I'm not a huge fan of this Padres team, but all the X's and O's are lining up here. We got a little bit of a public dog in the Marlins. I'm looking at minus 117 with the Padres.
Yeah, I'm not high on the Padres at all. That's not really a secret. But I feel like this one could even be, you could either take a minus 114 or you could try to go after run line. And it's especially after I'm going to end up taking the money line, minus 114. And especially after they just blew a game yesterday. They had that game pretty much, I don't want to say locked up, but they had that game up 1-0 in the 9th and then blew it in the 9th. So definitely not, you're going to get a kind of a pissed off Padres team here. And those are the type of bounce back spots I want to look for. Granted, this Padres team is not particularly good, but they're favorited for a reason. We'll take the Padres minus 114. I think it's to avoid a sweep. Nope, sorry, they won the first game 9-4. But I think the Padres win this game.
I agree with that one.
Fernando says Marlins, no thank you. Jesus Sanchez home run. Good luck to you. Under 7.5. I kind of like the under, yes. I feel like it's a sneaky Padres run line spot. I don't hate the run line. It's like plus 145. That's fine. Let's go to this game, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Diamondbacks and the Rockies. The Diamondbacks minus 160 favorites, total 9.5 in this spot. Let's take a look at the line movement in this spot here between the Rocks and the Snakes. Line opened up at 175. It's now down to 159. So a 16-cent line movement towards the Rockies in this game. Line opened up at a 10. It's now down to a 9.5. So it's moved down half a run here. We have 43% of the tickets, 56% of the cash is on the Diamondbacks, and we have 54% of the tickets, 60% of the cash is on the under in this game. Looking at the pitching matchup here, we have Anderson and Davies. Davies 5.4 ERA, 2.1 WHIP, 8.1 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%, 5.4 walks per nine, a 4.55 BABIP, 3.28 FIP, and a 4.84 SIERA. On the other side, Anderson 1.31 ERA, 0.97 WHIP, 4.35 strikeouts per nine, 13%, 2.18 walks per nine, 226 BABIP, a 396 FIP, and a 5.25 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Diamondbacks for sure, and the slight hitting advantage, 115 WRC plus versus righties for the Diamondbacks, 111 for the Rockies. And this line moving down kind of tripped me up because I was thinking maybe the over is a look because both these teams are above average versus each respective arm, but this one going down from from a 10 to a 9.5 is kind of concerning. This is one of those where, but the money's coming in on the under. That's kind of justifying it there. I disagree with the money coming in on this one here. I kind of think this game goes over the total, over 9.5. This is probably one of those, the X's and O's line up, but the market does not. So I'm going to write that down as one of those plays that I like the over 9.5 for this game as one of those, the X's and O's line up, but the market does not type of plays. But yeah, I'm going to lean towards the over.
Yeah, we have a team going for a 4-game sweep where they've run line the team in every single game. I want to go after the Diamondbacks. What's stopping us? A 7-5 win, a 5-1 win, and a 6-0 win. I don't really think there's much slowing me down right now for wanting to go after the Arizona Diamondbacks on the run line at plus money, plus 115. It's Connor Siebold, which we're not high on Connor Siebold. He has not been good this year. Rocking a 5.94 ERA. I know Zach Davies hasn't really been particularly all that good either, although he's only pitched in 3 starts. Actually, 2 of them were actually solid. 1 bad start. He's pitched 1 time since in May, 2 times in April. So we haven't really seen much from him. Give me the Diamondbacks. I want the run line. I think they win this one again, like 6-1 or something like that. So D-backs, run line, plus 115. Nick, thoughts?
Maybe. This is a tricky game for me. I'll give it a maybe.
I'll lock it in. I'll take it. Go to the chat. I'm going to type up a thing for it.
Over 10. Yeah, I kind of lean that way. It's moved down to a 9.5 though. Yeah. Got first 5. Got to get off my Rocks. Rockies first 5. Over 9.5. Yeah. Corbin Carroll home run and over 2 bases. That's not a bad look. Corbin Carroll's been awesome. Rockies run line might be a closer game.
No,
potentially. It's a toughie. Yeah, a little bit. Only 3 more games remaining on the slate. This one was frustrating last night. Boston Red Sox and the Cincinnati Reds. Red Sox minus 155 favorites. Total 9 in this game. I believe the Reds are going for the sweep.
The Reds have been freaking hot, dude.
Let's take a look at the line movement here in this one between Hunter Green and Chris Sale. Line opened up at minus 161. It's moved to a 156. So a 5-cent line movement towards the Reds in this game. Line opened up at a 9.5. It's down to a 9. So the line's moved down here. We have 55% of the tickets, 52% of the cash is coming in on Boston. Line moving towards Cincy. That's kind of correlating there towards a Cincy play potentially. 41% of the tickets and 58% of the cash is on the over. Yet the line's moved towards the under, which is kind of interesting. It has moved from juice towards the under to juice towards the over, though. So it wasn't a huge move, but it was still a move. Let's take a look at the pitchers for this one here. Chris Sale and Hunter Green. Chris Sale has actually been better the last 30 days. 2.42 ERA, 1.81 whip, 10.38 strikeouts per nine, 30%, 1.38 walks per nine, a 233 BABIP, a 317 FIP, and a 307 SIERA. On the flip side, Hunter Green's kind of been getting hit around a little bit here. 5.46 ERA, 1.32 whip, 12.86 strikeouts per nine, which is 34%, 3.54 walks per nine, a 317 BABIP, a 496 FIP, and a 3.26 SIERA. Looking at the hitting advantage does go towards the Reds, though. 121 WRC plus against left-handed pitchers compared to 104 for the Red Sox here. So the hitting advantage goes towards the Reds here in this one. The market's saying Reds. The only thing that's kind of scaring me with the Reds here is that Chris Sale has actually been pretty good lately. So this is one of those where it's kind of tricky. I might side with the Reds here, the Reds here in this one here. Looking at the bullpens, the slight edge towards the bullpen, that's about even. When you look at it, I would go Reds first five probably rather than Reds full game. So that's kind of where I'm looking at for this one. Reds first five plus 139, I think is a nice spot here.
Yeah, let's lock in the Reds. This is a Reds team that's red hot.
Boo.
Sorry. I just put in the Reds plus 147. This is they've won 5 in a row going for the sweep, and I like Hunter Green. I know he has had some spotty starts. He had a really good start his last time out. 6 shutout innings versus the Chicago Cubs. No hits in those 6 innings. 11 strikeouts. 10 strikeouts and maybe a strikeout prop for Mr. Hunter Green as well. He's been hitting it. 11 strikeouts, 10 strikeouts, 8 strikeouts, 4 against the Mets. 7, 10, 8, 1 against the Rays, 10 against the Braves. Hunter Green's been phenomenal in terms of strikeouts this year. I think he's going to continue the success here. And the Reds go for a sweep as they make their way closer to 500. They're only 3 games under 500 at the moment, Nick, and working their way. They're currently the 3rd place Cincinnati Reds,
Wow.
and they're only 3 games back for the division. Let that sink in for a minute. The entire, by the way, the entire NL Central is separated by 5 games. I like the Reds in this one. Give me Reds money line.
There you
go. Padres run line. Sure. I guess this game had a pitching change. Anderson was supposed to start for Colorado. Uh-oh. Reds plus 1.5. Nah. Money line straight up. Under. Red Sox are 0-10 against the National League. Okay. I want to fade Sale, but at the same time, no. There you go. When you guys make a decision on line movement, even though I know every game isn't the same, if a favorite moves from 185 to minus 225, would you bet the favorite or plus the points with the other way with the dog? It depends on the line movement and how it is. I am personally never laying minus 185 to 225. About 130, 135 is my max. And you guys can see a couple of minus 135s for college baseball. But I have no reason to want to do that. It's just not a spot that I need to go after big chalk like that. I'd rather stay off the game than go after that. So for me, with line movement, it depends on the game. Varies on game. Under Reds first 5, sure. Yeah, it depends on how the matchup is. It's not cut and dry. Steer home run. Dude, Steer has been fantastic.
Yeah. Let's
head to this game, which I think I want nothing to do with.
Yeah, this is a fun matchup. Probably since anywhere. This is an important matchup for some of my futures where I have plenty of 20s exposure. The line opened up at minus 125. It's up to a 131, so a 6-cent line movement towards Minnehaha. This line opened up at an 8, and it's now up to a 8 minus 115. It was opened up at minus 110, so a 5-cent line movement towards the over in this game here. We have 66% of the tickets, 81% of the cash is on the Guardians, and the lines move towards the Twinnies. We have 59% of the tickets, 53% of the cash is on the over. The lines move 5 cents towards the over. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here as we have Tanner Bibby and Pablo Lopez. Lopez, 4.25 ERA, 1.15 whip, 10.62 strikeouts per nine, which is 29%, 3.39 walks per nine, a 2.35 BABIP, a 5.21 FIP, and a 3.85 SIERA. On the other side, Bibby, 3.14 ERA, 1.08 whip, 8.16 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%, 2.83 walks per nine, a 2.67 BABIP, 3.42 FIP, and a 4.37 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Minnesota Twins in this one. Hitting advantage massive with the Minnesota Twins. This is the largest hitting advantage of the entire day. 103 WRC plus for the Twins against righties compared to 68 for the Guardians. I feel like this is a slam dunk twin spot here for me. I'm looking at the Twinnies here full game at minus 131.
I don't hate it. I you know what? Today is kind of it's a getaway day, Nick. So I am expecting a lot of dogs today. But no, if you're gonna go after it, for me it's got to be run line or nothing. So if you're interested in that, I will side with you because I don't like the Guardians. But the Twinnies are just a team that's kind of just. They're struggling right now. I know that win, loss. They're just not a consistent team that I want to be going after right now. And I would have to lay a run line with them. So I'm not really sure if I'm interested in that. Although it's Pablo Lopez. I do like Pablo Lopez. And I don't like the Guardians. But I feel like this one's going to end up being a stay away. I don't like AL Central games. For whatever reason, I've never been good with AL Central games. So I'm just going to stay away from this one.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I do have interest in the last game, though.
Yeah, which should be interesting.
Matt Lane bases. I'm convinced you're making up players. Some of the games have a lot of line movement today. Yeah, some of them you just got to know where the money's going in general, and if the line movement makes sense. Just because the line move doesn't mean you've got to go that way. Guardians, no. Good morning. Good morning, Untouchable. He's saying good morning to you. Under 8, I could see the under in that game. Rangers and Astros killed my small parlay. That's rough. Give me the Twinkies over Minnehaha. Twinkies of Minnehaha. I don't hate that. I think BB gets touched up. I could see that. Rangers and Philly game. Rangers and the Phillies game over were my 2 losses. 4 for 6 yesterday. 1 parlay hitting, 1 losing, and made 4 singles. Hey, that's not a bad day. It sounds like a winning day. Definitely, it was a happy Patrick Corbin day. Dude, I was stupid and live bet the Dodgers when they were down 1. I was stupid. Better wake up if you don't know who Matt McLean is. What team is he on, dude? I have no. Obviously, he mentioned it's probably on the Reds. I'm not sure. I like this game though, Nick.
Yeah, we have the final game of the night: the Astros and the Angels.
Yep.
Astros are minus 180 favorites. Total 8.5. Click the right thing here to get to the line movement. And this one, where there we go, found it. The line opened up, wow, minus 191 for the Astros. It's now minus 164, so a massive line move towards the towards the Angels in this one here. Line opened up at an 8 minus 110. It's now up to an 8.5 minus 110, so up a half a line move, half a run here. We have 58% of the tickets, 93% of the cash is on the over in this game. Lines move towards the over. 61% of the tickets and 47% of the cash is on the Astros. Lines move towards the Angels, though. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here, see if it correlates at all. Sorry. 2.18 ERA, 1.91 whip for Valdez, 10.91 strikeouts per nine, which is 32%, 1.91 walks per nine, a 269 BABIP, a 228 FIP, and a 2.79 Sierra. For the Angels, Detmer's 5.03 ERA, 1.73 whip, 12.36 strikeouts per nine, which is 30%, 4.12 walks per nine, a 462 BABIP. He gets hit when the ball gets put in play. 257 FIP and a 3.70 Sierra. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Astros here. Hitting advantage slightly goes towards the Angels. Both teams hit left-handed pitching pretty well. 111 WRC plus for the Angels, 104 for the Astros. This is a tricky game for me because this is another one where the markets tell me one thing and my X's and O's tell me the other. My X's and O's are telling me Astros -1 here. The markets are telling me the Angels. This is not a spot I'm particularly interested in, but this is going to be one of those that falls into the category of market says, our number says yes, but the markets say no. So this is a stay off for me. I have 3 of those plays today where the market says no.
I like the Angels. It's my boy Reed Detmers. Line movements moved in that direction. Now, has there been any type of pitching change or anything in this game? Because who's pitching for Houston? Because Valdez, and the lines move that crazy. That says a lot more to me. That's actually a lot more concerning if it's Valdez and the lines move like that. I like the Angels. I do like the Angels in this matchup. I think as a small doggy it's technically not a getaway game because it's the first game of their series. I like the Angels to get the job done, Nick. I like their offense. I mean, the Trout Ohtani show, that's pretty much their offense, I should say. I'll grab some action with the Angels today. For sure.
Yeah, this is a tricky spot.
Yeah, it is, but
I'm going to pass for this one. I have 4 plays right now.
Waiting for the Nuggets masterclass tonight to cash a 4-legger from yesterday. Get it. Reds. Okay, he's on the Reds. Okay, I got you. No, I don't know who he is then. Shout out to ESB. Shout out to Nathan. Astros run line today, even though they didn't pull it off yesterday. Yeah. And Nationals +200, but the A's killed it. Rough. Under. I could see the under in that game. Reed hasn't won a game this year, and Houston will want to settle the score after yesterday's BS. Maybe. Altuve cracks one today. I could see it. DMV parlay. Baltimore, Washington. What other Washington team are you betting? I'm confused. Under in the Mystics. You know that the Mystics play tomorrow, right? They don't play today. Just want to make sure. Stros, good luck. This is for tomorrow. I got you. Yeah, never mind. Baltimore doesn't. Yeah, never mind. Ross Benjamin pointed out out since 2004 in Game 1 of the Finals at home. The favorites are 16-2 straight up and 15-3 against the spread. I like it. Like the Astros, good luck. And favorites in that role with a spread of 5.5 to 10.5 are 8-0 or 9-0 as well since that date. Forgot the exact number. Love to hear it. Yordan Alvarez is second in the AL in RBIs and homers. He's an Astro. Yes, I know. Lean first 5 under and Angels first 5 money line. I like it. Those are all your games for today. Before we head on out, we will be live tonight for the Denver Nuggets and the Miami Heat game. So make sure you guys check out that. Make sure you guys check out all links in the description below. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays, merch, TikTok, ESP Shorts, and the EarleSportsBets.com website. It's all linked down below. Make sure you guys check out the free 3 sports books down there as well. BetOnline, sportsbetting.ag, and BetOnline, all of them linked there for your offshore stuff if you guys are interested in that. Check out SeatGeek, concert tickets, sporting event ticket needs, ESPN at checkout, $20 off your first purchase. Recapping the small slate, every which way and shape and form for the Denver Nuggets tonight. I like Milwaukee, Mets run line, the Padres, the Diamondbacks run line, the Reds, and I like the Angels tonight. Nick?
Yeah, I'm on the Mets team total over 4.5, Padres money line, Reds first 5, and Twins money line, and then the trifecta for the Nuggets. My X's and O's, but the market says no's plays are the Jays -1, the Astros -1, the Arizona Diamondbacks over 9.5. I'm gonna see it I'm gonna start tracking those, the ones that my numbers like, but the market doesn't, to see if it's a profitable angle or not. If I should just bet those or just bet against them or lay off or whatever. So I'm going to start tracking that. So staying those are the ones I'm not betting, but tracking for that. But yeah, those are what I'm looking at for today.
Beautiful. Yeah, we got you. We appreciate you stopping by. Good luck, boys. Hopefully everyone can get some bread. Let's do it. Borderland 1-800. You're welcome. It's not really Joe's special because they're already at 9. He would take a dog and make them 9.5.
Yeah.
That's going to do it for today's show. We'll be back tonight for game 1 of the Denver Nuggets and the Miami Heat. See you guys then. Finding the outro, stalling, and bye-bye.